Hello, and welcome back to Feelings, Feeling, Feelings. I am your host, Desabel Mandel. And today's a good day so far. I just released episode 1 of season 2. And I'm just so proud of myself and happy that I even started this adventure in the first place. I actually believe it's been a year now since I first posted the first ever episode. So that's crazy that I've been, somewhat doing this for a year because I stopped, but still, the dream is still alive and that's all that matters. And I'm so happy. I was so nervous posting today again, not as bad as whenever I posted the first episode ever, that first episode ever. I was not okay. I literally was hyperventilating. But today I was still nervous, but it's always just so nice to see my friends respond to it well and just people I don't even know respond to it well. And it just makes my heart so happy because I'm yes, this was what I wanted. All I wanted was just to be able to help people and, share my experience and be vulnerable and have them something to relate to and, make them not feel alone. That is literally, that is the dream. And it makes me so happy when people are just they resonate with the episode, which to me, I think it's because it's me talking. I do have a little bit of imposter syndrome because I'm just there's a little bit of me where I'm just no one is going to relate to this. And even when my friends write me and they're just oh my God, it's so good. I'm you're just saying that because you're my friend. But I know my friends, they're not liars. They would not tell me that just to tell me that. So I'm still trying to get over that. But baby steps. It's all happening in divine timing and whatnot. I am so excited for this episode. I've been wanting to do it for forever. In today's episode, I'm going to tell you my thick strip story. I know many of you are probably asking, what in the world is thick strip? So it's a body positive, plus size, voluptuous strip show. And there was 2 of them. My experience was in 2019, the year before the pandemic, because we were going to continue doing it. And then the pandemic had it. And then, chaos happened. So annoying because I literally found so much healing within that experience. I don't even know where to start with this. I guess we could start with, okay, first off, if you don't know me or have never seen me, I am a plus size woman and I have curves for days, honey. Literally body. And it's so funny me talking about it right now because I'm in a good place with my body. I'll get to that, but it's just so cool that I'm just yeah, all this body. I'm so confident in my body right now. And that just, bless. I'm so happy because it took a while to get there. And actually, thick strip was the start. Okay, so growing up, I've always been on the thick side. So my relationship with my body is all over the place. I was literally journaling about it this morning and I did a journal prompt that was something along the lines of what are your beliefs on your body? And whenever I was writing, my confidence in my body is literally brand new. I've been working up to it, but now I wake up every morning, I look at my naked body, I'm damn, she could get it. So when I was journaling this morning, I kind of wanted to write about how I felt before this newfound confidence. So my beliefs before now, I think just growing up, I always was ashamed of my body, but I was ashamed in such weird ways. I was ashamed in ways where I'm just one, I thought I was too big, I was too fat or whatever, which is not bad. But, growing up before, especially, fat was a negative thing, but it's not, it's whatever, it's a beautiful thing. But growing up, I was ashamed of my body because I was bigger than all the other girls. It's so crazy because that just came with that's just my body. I've tried, growing up, I've always tried to lose weight. And even up till last year, to be honest. And I could just never do it. And now I realize I'm I think that's just my body. Yes, I could sculpt it and stuff, but I'm this butt ain't going nowhere. Like my butt, I think that's just my butt. I would never want my butt to go away. That is like my best asset. Get it? Asset? Okay. So yeah, growing up, I was very like ashamed of, being bigger than all the other girls. But also like, I also have another side of this where I felt the need to cover up all the time. And, like my mom would always want me to cover up when I was younger because I was always voluptuous. And I understand now, but I think growing up, I was just like, I don't understand why I have to wear baggy clothes and like certain clothes and like cover myself. And I think as in my younger brain, I took that as like shame, but since I was so voluptuous, like my mom was trying to protect me because, like men are disgusting. Or okay, some men are very disgusting, most of them. Okay. And like that sucks. Like I couldn't just live my life. Like I was literally a child and I couldn't just like wear normal clothes. Ugh, so annoying. If you're a man out there who is like that, like, just like, can you not? Because it's just my body. I'm trying to live. This goes for any woman, just like be cool. Let them live their life. That's a whole nother podcast. So now I realize, one, I have no shame of my body. Of course, like there's like here and there, just because that is like what society has made us learn. Like they brainwashed us to think that like, skinny is what you need to be. So now I am very confident in my body, and it goes in waves, of course. Like I always say, everything comes in waves, but I am very confident in my body, and I'm just like so excited. And like, that comes with time too. Like it took a lot of work for me to get here. Okay. So the start of this new confidence honestly came whenever the first Thick Strip show came around. I wasn't in the show, but my friend, I think Sarah's the one who told me about it, because her friend Linda was one of the people that ran it. She was like, you have to come to this show, Thick Strip, with me. It's about plus size strippers and it's like going to be so fun. It was like a whole event. So, there was like performers and everyone performed a song, and it was like literally like you bring dollars and like make it rain on them, and like they're twerking and they're just like living their best life in their body. And it's like, honestly, it fucking changed my world. Like, because in my mind, I wasn't sexy. I didn't know I was sexy until like last week. I swear to God. I swear to God. I didn't even realize. And the funny thing, I'm literally not joking. I did not realize I was sexy until I saw like a clip of my Thick Strip performance. And I was like, that's me. But this show, watching all these girls like be so, what's the word? Just like living their best life, shaking that ass and like making like money raining on it, and everyone like cheering them on. Like, I'm pretty sure I cried because it was just like so like overwhelming for me to visually see that. Oh, it was literally so cool. And the event was so much fun. It was such good vibes. I just remember telling Sarah the whole time, I'm like, this is so nice. Like, this is so cool. Like, I literally feel like this is home. Like these are my people, like that kind of thing. So while I was at the event, I actually ran into Linda in the hallway or something. And she literally grabbed me. She was like, Des, you are doing the next one. I swear to God, you're doing it. Like no excuses. Like you're going to do it. I do not care. And like the way she said it, I was just like, okay. And like, so I also like, I love dancing. Like I am a dancer, they're not like a dancer, but like I'm a dancer, like I can dance. I low-key was like super down, low-key, high-key super down. And that was also one of the things on my bucket list. On my bucket list, I have like be in a dance performance, like in front of a crowd, like that kind of thing. And like, I love burlesque. I love like any sexy dance, to be honest. Like I could do a sexy dance. But yeah, she told me I had to do it. So of course, like my gut went into straight up like fear mode. Like I was like, oh my God, like, no, I don't want to do it. I think like a year went by and then it was time for it to start again. So of course, I ended up signing up, and like first was like the introduction thing. Like it wasn't like a class. It was just for us to get information about it. And I went to it alone. And like doing things alone, especially something that's scary, is like, it's so funny. I love that feeling. I love that feeling. And even though like I literally want to throw up, this whole experience was very that. Like I love it, but I want to throw up. So it was so cool to like go in there and like, you know, just see all the other girls who were trying out. And yeah, it was really fun. So then the classes started. So how it went was you had to like take the workshops. And then I feel like, I forget exactly, it was so long ago. After a certain amount of workshops, then you audition in front of the people who ran it. And then they choose who actually gets to be in the show. Then from the audition, you keep taking workshops and then you keep working with the teacher, Sarah. I'll get to her. There are so many Sarahs in this. This is Sarah with a C. You work with Sarah on perfecting your performance and then you do the show. It sounds so easy, but it was so crazy. So the workshop started. We had an amazing dance teacher. Her name was Sarah, literally baddest bitch ever. She is also thick and like, bitch, that girl, like she can dance. And when I saw her dance the first time, I was like, that is who I want to fucking be. I'm like, I want to do exactly what she's doing. And she's so hot. Oh my God. The first couple classes, like, you know, we did the dances and like, you know, then like us and the girls, like we start getting to know each other. And it was cool because like I made so many friends in this and like it's just so cool. Like I don't really have like a lot of other plus size friends. So it was just nice to like have other people to like talk to stuff about, you know? Okay, so in the workshops, it was like scary, obviously, because one, like we were dancing very sexy. So like, I don't know, just in general, that's scary to do in front of people, you know? And Sarah was like teaching us stuff. She was teaching us how to like crawl on the ground sexy, how to like twerk a piece of our butt a certain way and like how to like flex certain muscles. And she also, besides just moving the body, she was also teaching us the psychology part of it, you know? So she was saying like, it doesn't matter really what you do as long as it feels good to you. So if it feels good to you, it's going to look good no matter what you're doing. But that shit changed my world. I was like, oh my God, that it's that easy. All you have to do is just like feel in your body and like move. Oh, I want to go dancing now. I want to take a class. I'm like moving. But yeah, you just have to feel. And she said that like, you know, like with sex too, whenever you're having sex with your partner, like it doesn't matter what you're doing. If you look like you're having a good time doing it, like they're going to be turned on. And it was very that. So I love that shit. So it was so much fun. Honestly, I feel like it was more, this whole experience was a mind fuck more than a body fuck. You know what I mean? Like it strengthened my body because I was dancing, but also like my mindset, like it's amazing. Okay. So I think it was the workshop before the audition date. We were sitting in a circle. She's like, okay, like let's start to practice like the audition, you know? And by then, of course, I already have like 5 songs that I was like, okay, these are my choices of songs I want to do. My number 1 song was DD by The Weeknd. So that is The Weeknd's cover of Michael Jackson's Dirty Diana. Woo, if you know, bitch, okay? For years, like I always do choreography in my head to certain songs. Like, I don't know if anyone else does that. I'm pretty sure, but like I do that like a lot. I have choreography to so many songs. Like, it's not even funny. And not even choreography. It's just like I just know like this is the direction I would move, you know? But yeah, anyway, so she was like, she's like, okay, who wants to go first? And then like, I don't know why, but like I was always picked first. I was just down to go first also just because I was like, let me just get it over with. Because if I wait and I keep watching people, I'm going to get more nervous. So anyways, I did it first. I'm just like getting all the feels of like the energy of the room because like everyone is just watching you dance. And this was kind of like the first time it was just like one person dancing. And the energy of like all these girls like cheering you on. Oh, and I miss them. Just cheering you on is just like the best feeling ever. Like it was like kind of hard for me to be sexy because I was just like giggling just because they were so nice, like screaming at me like, yes, bitch, you better fuck it up. Very that. And like she put on the song and like I just like freestyle dance, whatever. And it was so cool. And like, I just remember like that, like feel that energy of just like love and like self-acceptance and acceptance and like, just like no judgment whatsoever. I want it back. It was so fun. So then, oh my, I literally feel the energy and it makes me so happy. So the next time we did the workshop was actually the audition. And the audition, oh bitch, I was so scared. I was so scared because I have never auditioned to be in anything, like how people audition to be in shows and stuff. Like, I don't think I've ever done that. Like, I'm pretty sure I haven't. Yeah. So the audition was obviously amazing because the whole like group and team were like just amazing, good people. And yeah, I just remember like, it was my turn to go and I was shitting bricks because that like you're on the spot and like, I didn't really know what the energy was going to be like in there. I didn't know if they were going to be like super serious. They weren't. They were cheering me on the whole time. And yeah, it was great. So then after that, a whole new wave of nervousness took over and fear took over because now like I had to wait to see if I actually got in the show. Especially then I like did not take failure well. I still don't, but I'm working on it. But like I was so scared for some reason, like I wasn't going to get it. And it's funny because I'm like, I know I'm good, That's so funny to say. No, fuck it. I know I'm good. So I was scared if I didn't get it. I was like, I just didn't know how I would act, and I of course I would be so sad, but it would have been okay. I still would have went to go support all the girls, but I wanted to be on the stage. I worked myself up to get there. I wanted it. Yeah. It was like a couple days later, I think. So I got the email and spoilers, I got it. I got the job and yeah, I got picked to be in the show, which was so exciting. Then with that, a whole new level of fears came up because I'm like, oh shit, now I got it. Now I fucking have to do it. And I'm going to be like dancing sexy naked in front of literally so many people, like, and my friends. I'm just like, wait, do I actually want to do this? Oh my God. It was so scary to like even think about that. But I bit the fear down and I'm like, no, we're going to fucking do this and it's going to be amazing. Okay. So then after the audition, like we had to start working on our dance. Oh, and then at one point we all had to do a photo shoot for promo, right? So that was so much fun. We did a photo shoot, like we had to like bring just like a sexy outfit, whatever, like we felt empowered in and stuff. And my friend Patrick actually let me borrow an outfit and it was sickening. It was like, I don't know. It was like a bodysuit and it was like black sequins and it had like straps on it. So it was kind of like S&M-y kind of vibe, like so extra. And I lived for it. And I just remember during the photo shoot, like I was scared and I do photo shoots, but like I don't know, it's just a new experience. So I was scared. And I just remember like while I was in the photo shoot, I grabbed a rose and like I bit it and like I used that as my prop and like blew it out. And like everyone was like screaming and like it was such a good time. My photo turned out so good and I was living. I was like, oh, bitch. Okay. So from there, it was working on choreography and working on building our confidence, honestly. And we had to show our dance to like each other and like we had to practice, stuff like that. Okay. So the closer the show got, the more I wanted to quit. I have never wanted to quit something more in my life, but also like I never wanted something more in my life. So along with practicing, I had to get an outfit for my performance, of course. And I could not figure out an outfit to save my life. I ended up figuring out what kind of outfit I wanted and then, try to get stuff that was closest to that. But I remember Fabian, one of my best friends, he came with me to Santee Alley, which is like this, I don't know what it is. Basically, it's just like an outside market kind of vibe. And they sell like fabrics and like some clothes like on the cheaper end. And we just like love it there, honestly, because you just find like the coolest stuff. But I wonder if he's going to remember this. It was so traumatizing. So we go there and like, we go through shops and we find some stuff. There was one store. Where I was, I'm like, I'm getting nervous. There was one store when I was trying something on. And And I literally was like in the changing room, you know, he's like right outside just waiting for me. And like I tried it on and then he was like, "Are you okay in there?" And like out of nowhere, I have a full blown like panic attack. And like I started crying and I couldn't breathe. And like Fabian, like he came in and he's like holding me and he was like, "It's okay, it's okay." And like then me and him just like we could not stop laughing just because it was so fucking funny. Like like I just had a panic attack in Santee Alley and like we we were just laughing and like, but I was like laughing and crying and like hyperventilating all at the same time. But I'm so happy he was there with me because like he just he just knew exactly what to say to me and like it was great. But I think I just needed to like release that, you know, that like anxiousness, because once I like cried it out and like you know freaked out for a second, I was like, okay, I'm like, okay, let's go, we could continue. And it was great. And I found an outfit. And yeah, if you want to know what my outfit was, I'm like, how do I explain it? It was like a black bra, a sheer top that I tied at the, you know, my waist, and like a black skirt that I kind of made because like I'm like taking stuff off as I'm dancing. So like thong, bra, top, skirt. Oh, and then I had red gloves. Ooh. Out of everything I want to wear, I have to wear red gloves. I was like, no matter what, I am wearing red gloves. I don't care what my outfit is, but the red gloves, they gotta come. So now it was showtime. So the show came along and we had to like do a practice in the venue. And like once you're in the venue, it's like, oh shit, this is real, you know? I think that's really like, I started really freaking out when my friends bought tickets to the show because I'm like, well, they paid money, you know, because they're gonna come see me dance. And like I've been to so many of my friends' shows, but I've never had it where like my friends had to pay money to see me. So one that like just felt like weird because I'm like, no, like I'll just dance for you at home. But no, they love me and it's great. So yeah, showtime, you know, we're getting ready. I was so fucking nervous. And like the show started and it was great, like great vibes again. It was in the same location as the first Thick Strip show I went to. So like at the beginning, I kind of just like watched everyone just to like support and like cheer them on, but also like, you know, like just to calm me down. Cause I'm like, okay, these girls have been with me for like months. I feel like it was months. Yeah. We like, this was a whole like months process. And, you know, I'm like, they're doing it. They're amazing. Like everyone's cheering for them. It's going to be great for me also. Cause for some reason, like I had this in my head where I was like, when I go on, everyone's going to boo me and not like my performance and like throw rocks at me. I don't know, you know, instead of dollar bills. But I legit like had that fear of like, it's just going to be silent when I'm performing. Like no one's going to care. And like, that was a real fear. I put on my outfit and like, you know, I was like, oh shit. Like I was like on standby to go on next. So they're announcing me. Oh my God. This is the part where I was like, oh, like I could feel like the same feeling I felt then. So I was like there on the side. And then legit, like I started crying and like I've never felt that kind of fear ever in my life. Like it was the most intense feeling ever. And I did not like it. Okay. But you know, I liked it after, but I literally had to like squat down because the crowd could still kind of see me. So like I kind of like hid and like squat and like I'm literally like holding my face like in my hands and I'm just like, oh my God, like I can't do it. Like I don't want to do this anymore. Like I quit. I don't want to do it. I quit. And one of the girls was there next to me and she was like, no, you can do this. Like you've done it so many times. Like it's like, you're fine. Like just be you. Like you're amazing, you know? And I was like, I know, but like, I don't want to do it. I'm scared. And then finally they were done announcing me. Whew. The song came on and I just remember this feeling in my head and I was like, you can give up right now or you can step on stage and fucking give them a show. And a big thing on show day that I kept saying to myself, I kept saying, I am Beyonce, I am Gaga, I am Freddie. I am Beyonce, I am Gaga, I am Freddie. Okay, Beyonce, obviously, bad bitch. Gaga, my queen, my idol, my everything. Freddie, confidence, sickening, you know, performer. So those three literally were my spirit guides, like on the way to performing. And I just, before I stepped on stage, I just kept saying that in my head. I'm just like, okay, you know, you could be like all these amazing people, or you could give up and you don't have to do it. And that's fine too. But you know, you want to do it. And oh, bitch, that feeling, that fear was like no other. So I ended up standing up. I took a deep breath, you know, calmed down because I was literally crying my makeup off. And then I was like, okay, let's do it. The song started. The second my foot stepped on the stage, something came over me and I was the baddest bitch version of myself ever. I just remember this wave of confidence. Like I went from like crying to like my eyes like squinting and being like, all right, let's fucking do this, you know? Ooh, bitch. That feeling, I wish I was that confident all the time. Okay. That was a whole different level. And yeah, and it was the most peaceful feeling ever to me, which is crazy. Like I can't remember if I don't think I felt fear as soon as I stepped on. It was just like flow. Like I just like flowed into it. It felt like slow motion and everyone was like cheering me on and like literally making it rain on me. Like, oh, it was so good. And I just remember like seeing like Sarah, my teacher, like she was there screaming at me, like, you know, like supporting me and stuff. And like all my friends were there. My sister was there and I did the whole dance and it was literally the best feeling I've ever had in my life. And I miss it and I want to do it again. But yeah, being on stage, like it felt like forever, but 1 second at the same time. Forever in a good way. Like I wanted to stay up there forever. I remember during my performance. So remember I said my red gloves. So there was a part where like I took off one red glove and then I was supposed to go over to Fabian in front of the catwalk and he was going to pull off my other red glove. And I just remember like we practiced so many times, but I did not practice with the Fenty glitter lotion on me. So my glove, it was like silk or satin. So when Fabian was just supposed to pull from my fingers, but it was stuck. So like I just remember being like, oh, and like I'm still trying to like keep face, you know, and like be cute. And then finally like he grabbed it from the top, like my elbow, and then pulled it down. And it just fit so perfectly with the song because it was like slow, then it got crazy. So like when he finally got it off, like I like went crazy. Oh, it was so good. But me and Fabian always laugh because we both said like that moment felt like forever, us trying to figure out the gloves. Like, but when we watched the video back, it was like literally 1 second. But I just remember catching his eyes and we were like both like, fuck, like what are we gonna do? And like while I was dancing on stage, like my friends were throwing money on me. Peter was literally handing me 20s. Like, and I was just grabbing them. I was like, I'm going to hold on to these closer. And like my friends, like they put money in their mouth and I got it out of their mouth. I literally was a different person, but I wasn't. It was me. Fuck it. That was me in my highest power. Literally. I need to get back to that kind of confidence. I'm getting there. It's like different. It's more peaceful confidence now, but like I need to get to like that like sexy kind of confidence. Okay. So after I got off the stage, first off, when I looked back at the stage was covered in money. I was like, that's all for me? Like what? Fun fact, that performance, I got $400. Okay. You think I don't question being a stripper every single day of my life now? For one song, I made $400. I was like, oh, like, do I just quit everything now and become a stripper? Literally, I think about that every morning because I'm like, it would be so much easier. It would be so much easier. But I remember getting off stage and people were like still handing me money as I'm walking through. And yeah, when I got to the room, like everyone was cheering me on and like Fabian ran back there and like we were freaking out and it just felt like bliss, like just like, wow, I did it. Like that was months in the making. And I had to overcome so many fears, so many like obstacles, honestly. Like I wanted to give up a million times, especially right there at the stage. Like I did not want to do it. but I did it. And like, I literally was so proud of myself. I'm still so proud of myself that I was that vulnerable. Because honestly, I wanted to do the show too for myself to get confidence. But like, I just remember, you know, me being at that first show and me looking up at those girls and like crying because I'm like, wow, like they are a representation of me. So I wanted to be someone's representation. Like, I wanted a girl to look at me when I was performing and be like, wow, look at her do that. I want to do that. I have the same body as her. I can do that. She's doing that. Oh, that makes me so happy to think about that. And a lot of people like that follow me, especially on my Instagram, always tell me like, you know, like, oh my God, like you're so confident in your body, you know, all that stuff. And I'm like, I'm so glad that there is social media so I can be vulnerable and show myself and, you know, show girls that you can do it too. Like, curves are hot. Like, thickness is hot. So is skinny. You know, like all bodies are hot. But for me, for the longest time, there was no thick girls that were sexy. So I am very grateful and honored that I get to be one of those women that show the next generation, like, hey, I'm doing it. You could do it. You know? Oh my God. I love this episode. I could literally talk about this whole experience for hours. I'm so happy right now. I'm glad I decided to do this today. Like, I'm literally, if you're watching me on YouTube, you could probably see that I've been literally cheesing this whole time. Like, I want to cry because I want to go back. I'm hoping that they do it again soon. At one point in my life, I know I'm going to end up throwing a performance show. Like, I want to be in charge of it and like set it up and like have the girls, you know, come through and do it. Like, I definitely feel like I can do it. Maybe it could be part of Feelings. Oh my God, I'm going to add that to my like vision board. I want to do a feelings thick strip kind of vibe, you know, where it's like an event for feelings, but it's like a body positive event. Oh, sold. We're doing that. Mark your calendars. One day in the next, like maybe next year, you know, who knows? Oh, wow. I want to do that so bad now. That just went to the top of the list. And after the show, my, you know, like all my friends came out and like we were hanging out, taking photos, and everyone like just seeing all my friends' faces, like so happy, like they were having so much fun and like they were so proud of me. Like that was the best feeling ever. Like just, you know, like them seeing that I accomplished my dream, like one of my dreams, you know, this was like top. So I'm just very grateful that I did it. Oh, I want to cry. I'm going to cry after this because I'm like, oh, it's so good. So yeah, Thick Strip was such a great experience for my mentality and my confidence. So if you ever thought of like doing a like performance and like you're a plus size girl, do it. Because trust me, it will change your life. I for sure love my body on totally different levels. And I just keep like the love keeps growing and I'm just like, oh my God, I'm in love with myself. Like that is so cool. Like I literally look at my body every morning and I see my curves and I'm like, the fuck? Who's that? Who is this goddess in front of me? You know, one thing I'll tell you that also helped was, it's so funny. Lizzo literally has a song called Coconut Oil, and I got coconut oil and I put it on after my showers, and like, bitch, coconut oil changes your world. Like when you're lathering it on your body, and actually look at your body and like see like how like hot you are, you know, like, bitch, all you needed was some coconut oil. Ooh, I understand that song so much now. So yeah, on the other side of fear lies greatness, and that is the truth, baby. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I low-key don't want it to stop. I want to keep talking, but what I'm going to do is bring in one of my other girls who was in Thick Strip with me, and I want us to discuss the whole experience, because I feel like, especially talking to like another person who was there, like she might have just been confident and been like, yeah, I just went up. But like either way, we had such like a life-changing experience, and I just want to, you know, like see like their point of view, and I want you guys to hear their point of view because I'm sure they're just as giddy, because we all afterwards were just like, oh my God, that was the best feeling ever. So yeah, you have that to look forward to in the future. But thank you for listening to this episode of me geeking out about my body. Whoo! Make sure you follow me on Instagram, on TikTok at Feelings. And then if you want to follow me at Diazabel. And yeah, make sure you actually follow me on Spotify or like download it. I don't know exactly the words. Do something on Spotify so I get views on Spotify. Yeah, I love you guys so much. Love your body. Love yourself. And yeah, love you. Bye. Thank you for listening to this episode of Feelings. I hope your feelings are feeling something right now. Make sure you follow at Feelings on Instagram to join the Feelings community. I just want to remind you, you are magical, you are beautiful, and I love you. Now go drink a glass of water and tell yourself you love you in the mirror.